The bodybuilder at its root is concerned with self-development through self-mastery.
Everybody's on steroids. Everybody.
Look at the guys in the Olympia stage, and you're hitting a pose, and then you're like...
When it comes to talking about what choice should be made, is that unenhanced bodybuilding is the way to go.
This is time right now for natural bodybuilding to grow, where everybody's seeing that health is the most important thing.
I was never going to be a men's physique.
Didn't have much of an off season.
I like his physique better.
I'm always very energetic.
I will have to put me as one of the greatest.
Mr. Olympia was won by the back.
Isn't it true that you had an incident somewhere where you didn't want to accept the prize and you walked up the stage? I think it was somewhere. Was it UK?
Oh, it was Russia. It was in Russia. It was in Russia. Yeah, it was in Russia. It was in Russia one year, and I mean, I just went off. It's funny now when I look back at it, but I just went off right there on stage. I gave them the middle finger, tell "F you," and it's just, I can't lie. That one, all the others, man, it is what it is. But that one, that was some bull. That was some major.
What happened? You thought you deserved to win?
Man, I think every guy on that stage that night knew Dillette had this one in the bag. Most guys will tell you, for some reason on the tour, I always get better and better. When most guys are slipping, I'm getting better, and that was one that I felt that one was, I should have had it, it was truly, there's no other way to call that particular event other than bullshit, and I let them know, F you. And everyone said, oh, this is the Russian mob, you're doing the show, you can't say that. And man, I said, F you, I can say whatever the F I want, so I just tell them, get out of here, I don't need it, and it was crazy because after all that, then at the end of the show, everybody still comes, wanting to take their pictures with Paul Dillette, I mean, man, I remember I was just talking to Chris Cormier 3 weeks ago, and he was reminding me of a show we went to in Mexico City where I went to guest pose, and I brought Chris with me. I used to always bring Chris to a lot of places with me because, like I said, he was like my little brother. And he's like, remember the time when you guest posed in Mexico and the theater was so packed, and when I walked out on stage and started posing, the audience just rushed the stage. He's like, man, you were like Michael Jackson on stage that night. It was one of those stages that the floor sunk down. They had to sunk the floor down and rush me in the back, lock me in a room just to keep all the fans away. We had some crazy times back in the 90s, man. Like, I mean, yeah. Going to Italy and, people line the sidewalk for when the bus comes and just chasing the bus down the street. Wow. Man, that shit don't happen today. That don't happen today. Bodybuilding was just, man, I wish people could have seen what bodybuilding was in the 90s. When we go to FIBO in Germany, and you look out and we're guest posing and there's like 5,000 people just in awe. They just come to see the bodybuilders, I mean, we would sign autograph till our fingers are swollen.
That's crazy. So I saw a footage of you online saying that when you used to be a bodybuilder, you made 6 figures a year or more. Today, guys don't make as much. So what happened to bodybuilding? Why now they have social media, they have more outlets that I'm sure maybe you had back in the day, right? So what happened?
I think social media is a double-edged sword, Damn if you do, damn if you don't. I think because the fans back in the day was so diehard. They were so diehard fans that they never get to see you. They never get to see you. The only time they saw you was when you come to their city, when you come to their country.
They paid to see you, basically, right?
Yeah, it puts you on another level. They couldn't talk to you. The only time they could see, is just read about you in a magazine. So you're like a myth, You were very mythical. Where today, they can 2 seconds they can talk to their favorite bodybuilder, right? Send a message back and forth, boom, 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 and it's great. But even though it's so great, does it take away that mystique that you can reach that person at any time you want? So I just don't feel they have that connection, that kind of, I have to see him, I have to meet him, just want to get his autograph. And people man, people bought anything and everything we had. You know, I bought the FIBO, and I would bring, you know, I had these T-shirts that said "Welcome to my nightmare." I'd go over to Germany with 200 of those, and I'm sitting down signing autograph, and you could buy the T-shirt sitting on the table for about, I think it was like 40 at the time. It was the Deutschmark. You could buy it for 40 Deutschmark, or I would have on one T-shirt, and that T-shirt that I'm sitting there sweating in is the one everybody would want.
Wow.
So then, if they want it, I would, you know, they want you to stand up, take it off so they can see your physique. So if you want me to get up and stand up and sell you the shirt off my back, hey, listen, it's $100. Next guy says, I'll give you $150. Next guy says, I'll give you $200. So when you're, yeah, these sweaty T-shirt, you're selling for $200-$300 because that's the one, that's the one everybody wants. So it shows just how special we were in that era. And it's not to say these guys today aren't special, because I think these guys are amazing. I'm blown away by Kai Green, Bill Heath, and all these guys. These guys are absolutely amazing.
And some of the new guys, they are making money. I don't want to discredit them. You know what I'm saying? That's something you said in an interview. You said something like, you know, that now they're not making as much, you know, because back then it was more special. Which I understand. I mean, some guys do make money, I believe, right? Once they have big.
Expose a lot. I mean, there's no guest exposing anymore, right? I don't even know if there is, but I mean, I pick and choose which show I wanted to guest post for, who I wanted to guest post for, what country I wanted to be in, where it's not like that today. Because, well, number one, I tell people bodybuilding is dead. You know, bodybuilding.
That's a strong statement.
Bodybuilding is not what it used to be. I mean, man, I could have guest posed every single month of the year, 4 times a week. I'd go to Germany. Myself and Vince Taylor would go to Germany, and we would guest pose Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and on Saturday you do 2 guest posing. You go from one location to another. You know, you do 1 Friday night, you do 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we had a guy that would set up these appearances for us to go pose in these nightclubs. You know, these guys were paying us like $2,500 a night. You know, it was crazy. That just don't happen today. That don't happen. Man,
and why do you think that is? Why do you think it declined to such a level where
it's just because bodybuilding is nowhere near as popular as it used to be. You know, it's nowhere near as popular. You know, I think guys have to become more creative now. I guess they can, because they have the tool that we didn't have, which is social media, so they can sell merchandise through social media. And, you know, that's if they have that entrepreneurial spirit, you know, to say, I'm not going to spend 24/7 in the gym. You know, I have to dedicate a certain amount of time to the gym, but I also have to dedicate a certain amount of time towards building a business. You know, I think if they do, then they can do better. They might be able to do better than we did, because we made our money strictly off our bodies. You know, not really selling merchandising.